power to create may all be in our favor. Hey, welcome to Creator's Lightbulb. My name is Emblem, and today I'm joined with the intriguing Freak Show. We hope to help you unlock your power to create by igniting your own lightbulb through our conversations. We cannot wait for it to explode whatever creativity you have in store. I hope you enjoy your time here, and let's begin, shall we? Freak Show, please introduce yourself.
Hey!
Smiling more than usual.
I have a huge smile on my face. Hey, Hey, thank you for having me. I'm Freak Show, your average ginger.
No. It would have rhymed. Anyway.
That's my opening sequence. Just a
ginger.
Yeah? I just have red hair. That's my only personality trait. I just have red hair.
Oof.
Oof in the chat.
Yeah, this one is actually a pretty unique guest. Probably not just because of personality reasons, but because she doesn't have a YouTube. I mean, and she's actually not as involved with the YouTube animated series community. She's like me from like before I knew everything about this and absorbed everything I could and just fell down the rabbit hole. But I decided to invite her anyway because she's this is a weird relationship, but she's actually one of my first Insta friends. And it's the power of social media.
The power of friendship through the screen.
Yes.
I mean, I used to have a YouTube, but then
yeah, and then no one.
What was it called? It was a policy change, and then it scared me off because I didn't want my mom to. Please don't delete my channel. Don't find me $3,000. I can't pay for that. I don't have that kind of money.
Oh my god!
I'm 16. Yeah. I don't have any kind of money. I work at a bar and grill. I don't have any kind of money at all. I don't know if they would have actually fined me, but you know what? I don't trust anything.
I don't know. There's billions of people on YouTube and billions of videos posted every day. I don't know why they would find the time to care about me. That sounds really depressing, but like, true.
Why would they care? Why would they care if I made an animation of a pink furry cat? Oh, I had such an edgy mascot for so long, too. Nobody understood it the way I did. Please.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks. So I don't say nobody understands. It's just for me.
It's only me.
Is Kappa even like just... Is Kappa just even like... What is that now? This just seems like a vague memory of the past.
It feels like it didn't do anything, but like it still feels like it did, even though it did nothing.
It's a ghost. She's there. Just its presence is haunting us, but doesn't actually do anything. It probably
like
does. I just never...
It's like that guy standing in the corner of the street, just kind of staring at you, like. Wearing the black sunglasses and the trench coat. Every move. I know you exist. Not gonna do anything about it. I don't even know what I'm talking about, to be honest.
Alright, so what was like our first interaction on Insta? It seems like it was just long ago. I got Insta like 2019? I need to double check that.
You're asking someone who has like a memory span of a goldfish. I can't remember. It was probably like I probably saw you in like someone's stories because this is usually what happens. I probably saw you in like someone's Instagram story, and I was like, "Huh, well, I'm gonna go check this out." Or maybe it was like you might have met me first. I really wish I had a better memory. That was 2019, yeah.
My first post is May 5th, 2019. Oh my god, kill me. It's so bad. Why did you follow me? It's such a terrible...
No, you're not, brother. Art is an expression, and that's all that really matters, is the expression within the art.
Hell yeah, my furry cat headshot.
We are all furs at some point. You can't escape
At
it.
some point.
Everyone has to have a furry phase, or else.
Oh my god, we've talked a lot. Jeez. Oh my gosh, this is like a. It's like I'm just scrolling up through our DMs. It's like pulling out the receipts.
The receipts of our past.
The first time I messaged you was like about Kappa.
Was it really?
This is the I texted you first. It was like, wait, and it's not showing the story obviously, but like
Yeah.
it does affect your channel in terms of audience. If you set it to kids, comments and other certain things will be disabled. If you set it to not made for kids, kids under 13 I think can't watch your content. YouTube is trying to be safer or something. Not sure, but this is what I heard from other It's literally that cover.
Isn't that
Oh
what
my god,
YouTube
we can't
Kids
escape
for?
it.
Like YouTube Kids.
That's what I thought.
Like, just put your kids on YouTube. Like, it's not the company's responsibility to take care of your little sticky hand freak. I can call a kid a freak. That's my name.
But like, yeah, I never got it too. Like, you guys literally made a platform for kids. Why are you bringing YouTube into this mess of children? I don't. I don't understand. But there's also some just creepy stuff on just YouTube and probably YouTube Kids. Have you ever like seen like Spider-Man and Elsa thingies?
I've only seen the Peppa Pig videos. Oh,
so bad. I mean, like, maybe if I were a kid and I watched that, maybe I just reconsider my life too and just at the age of 5 send an email to YouTube or something saying like, I'm scarred for life. Shouldn't have this anymore. Please end my existence.
End me, please. Like, you're just like, go back to your pencil color. Like, when I was a kid, when I was 9 years old, I was drawing a cat comic on a piece of paper with colored pencils. What are you doing on YouTube? Then again, I think I probably had an Instagram at that point. Never mind. I probably was just as reckless as the rest of them.
Ooh, it's been so long. Ugh, gross. But like, Instagram is strange because like you fall in and you fall out of it, and you just don't
come back once in a while.
Yeah, you just don't contact, like, you're all over the place with like the people that you have like at least like grown acquaintance to, like I guess you and me through like Instagram, like with the simple things like comments and likes and eventually messages and responding to stories, and then you just don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
At least it's like for me.
And then you trauma dump on your story for 3 hours.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Just Instagram in a nutshell, and get concerned for those people trauma dumping, but then you end up being too lazy to respond and ask if they're okay. No, I'm kidding.
Are you okay? Like, dang. Sorry your dad hates you, but you see my post. Oh,
sorry that you just want to. That's it.
Please don't do that. I really do love you, even though we only like knew each other for 5 minutes. Please don't do anything.
Yeah, that's like kind of.
It's so messed up, but like that's really all you can do because like, it's kind of messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, just like other people on the screen, you don't know what their life is like. They could be just like going through so much, or but they're just vibing on Instagram, and you just like I guess you kind of assume that like either everyone is depressed out of their mind or like living their best life on Instagram. There's no in between.
Honestly, I think everyone who uses Instagram is probably a little depressed. There's no escaping that. Probably shouldn't be using internet it like just the internet's anyone who uses the internet probably is, because everything that happens probably shouldn't be staying depressed like it's what was it? Sometimes it's just a little depressing sometimes. I mean,
just don't like undermine the term, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes
maybe we should call it the. Yeah, I guess, but like, I don't know. I was using depressed depressed in like the adjective, not like the mental illness, but like sure, we could just go with big sad. Everyone's a bit big sad on Instagram.
Everyone's a bit big sad. I mean, having sad boy disease myself, it's like, you know, well, I I'm pretty sure everyone probably does. In this climate, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I know anyone that's not depressed, to be honest. Except my mom again.
Same, just to like certain extents. Like, yeah, I know some people that have like the big sad as like a mental illness, but also like just certain things just make them that way. So it's not like an actual.
Gotta get the just found some labs. A little bit big sad.
Just a bit big sad. Yeah, I mean, we joke about it a lot, but like it is like serious and just like I love how a discussion about Instagram turned into this. Damn it.
Fuck, you're right. Wow. Damn. This isn't what it's supposed to be. We might want to like cut out.
I mean, honestly, I would keep it in. Like, it's not that. Like, it's not that. Just probably like a trigger warning or something. But like, this is conversation. This is just a natural progression of things. It's so interesting to see where you just end up after you like talk for 2 hours, which is basically my podcast. Just ramble on for 2 hours and hope it just gets somewhere.
But yeah, we probably might want to cut out that whole part just because. Just gonna get canceled in the future. Cancel culture. We're not gonna talk about cancel culture. We're done. We're not gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna do it. I mean, we can talk about it. We can.
Please no. I'm probably gonna get canceled for saying something cringe.
Like, cancel culture doesn't do anything. Controversial opinion, I know. Cancel culture don't do shit. Wow, who would have known?
I hate you because of something you did 5 years ago.
Oh hell yeah! Even though
you're a better person now, but what you did 5 years ago, that was bad. I'm sure someone's gonna come here in like 5 years, if anything ever happens with my art career, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, I kind of guessed it." You're a bad person.
Wow. They probably just go like, "Ooh, ew, you draw demons and figures of Satan."
How'd you guess? You can't stop doing that, can you? You draw demons, don't you? That's satanic. Yes. It's not really like in the Greek projection of it, I guess, but I had a dream about it yesterday.
Oh no! Like a nightmare.
Yeah. So like basically what happened was that I was like, it was literally about this podcast. I swear to the deities. Like I was sleeping in my room and like I was walking around. Someone, you were in the dream. I swear. I don't even know what you look like, but you were in the dream and I know it. So and like. And like people were doing podcasts, and the entire time I was just being followed around by like these two weird people. I had to like avoid them the entire time, and they're yeah, I have weird dreams. The entire time they were watching me. Yeah, a little bit insight on the Freak Show's head. We're pretty messed up.
That's something.
Yeah.
Well, I promise you, our community ain't gonna cancel you for being you. I hope
they're not gonna come into my house and they're not gonna breathe down my neck and watch me. I don't even know how this works.
Damn.
God damn, Freak! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Everyone's kind of just vibes the same way. Oh my god.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's kind of weird. Paranoia is like the weirdest thing. Like you can't. It's kind of like having eyes that aren't there. Like they're kind of watching you. Like I don't want to send that off, but it's like there's eyes watching you in the wall. It's kind of easier to joke about it because it's so bad.
Yeah, we don't have to go more in depth if you don't want to, but is that like just I don't want to ask questions.
Well, I don't really got no diagnosis, so I really can't speak like that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Talk to my friend
something.
about
Is
it. It's
it?
kind of weird.
Well, yeah, I would think so. Is it just like? Do you think it's just a more? Is that like more in the more enhanced form of social anxiety, or are those like two different things?
Oh, they're different things. It's kind of, it's kind of weird. They're kind of like, they're similar in a completely different aspect. It's kind of like you're worried that the world is out to get you 24/7 sometimes. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay, so let me tell you the truth. Oh God. So God. But anyways, shoot. It's kind of like, how do you explain it even like that? It's kind of like uh when I'm going on to, like, the internet, sometimes I think that this one, oh boy. So like I sometimes think that certain not Instagram, but social media platforms, it just kind of feels like they're taking, how they like take data and stuff. Sometimes I think that
Hmm.
they're taking things, like they're taking my ideas and even my headphones. Sometimes I'll think that it's like, kind of like, oh, this is going to make me sound so weird, but like I sometimes think it can like read the inside of my head, my headphones. And it's, oh, it's kind of, I know. That's not. This probably isn't how the podcast should be going.
I don't know. The podcast has gone in mental health directions before. Like people would like talk about it, but I'm not. I'm not judging you. I'm just finding it interesting and how people like.
Oh,
I guess have to sort of like unfortunately deal with that and like
yeah,
the how the world is perceived because they sort of have that. So
yeah.
I just
It's
find it more
confusing. I don't
insight
even
on
know.
the.
I don't even. I'm a hypochondriac too, and which I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure I am. It's like, which you think you have. I for the past few weeks I've been thinking I had like a brain tumor. I thought I had rabies once. I thought I was breathing in asbestos. Yeah, I'm
Oh boy.
yeah, it's kind of, I don't even know. It's kind of hard to explain that anyways. It's very strange.
Yeah, and anyways, like stuff like that is irrational, but that doesn't like that's so. Wait, how do I word this? Like for instance, like anxiety is irrational, but that doesn't make you irrational. Does that make
Yeah.
any
I don't
sense?
want to be dumping on you. I just realized it's trauma dumping on you. Oh my god.
Oh no 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 no! I mean, like that wasn't. I don't know. I don't really consider that trauma dumping. I consider like trauma dumping like when the situation is sort of like how do I explain this?
When like one side
You're
of
in
the
the middle
party,
of
yeah, one side of the party doesn't want to listen to it, and or not like that. It's
yeah,
just that they can't deal with it at the time, I suppose, or they're not ready
something
for
like that.
that.
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
it's not like I don't want to hear it. So it's not. I don't really consider it trauma dumping. And also, like when you use your trauma to excuse like your current behavior. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
that is the
yeah,
worst. I hate when people do
that's
that.
that's like the
I have
terrible like trauma
depression.
dumping.
Like, it's like I have depression, and so that makes it so it's okay for me to say, X. And it's like, no, it's not. Don't say that.
No,
You
I mean
said
even
that,
though
you know?
yeah, I just like believe that um like stuff like that it can share like your backstory or like whatever you have can explain your behavior but it doesn't excuse it. You still have to be held accountable. I can't
Yeah,
say
I
be
know.
held
It's
accountable
really
for it
hard.
without thinking.
I
I'm
just don't
oh
want to
boy.
make it sound offensive, that's all, you know? Like,
Mhm.
yeah. But like I totally understand when people like after I like feel guilty a lot, It's like a guilt because like,
Mhm.
I feel bad when I make people subjected to a lot of the paranoia. Cause like it's like, I'm sorry I couldn't hang out with you. I sometimes, uh can't even leave to the store. I can't even get a job at this point sometimes. I don't even
Oh.
think I can get a job because I'm too scared that people are gonna record me. They're gonna record me putting me online. See how I see
You're
the
gonna
post.
oh my. I'm sorry, that must
Yeah,
be really hard to deal with. Jeez.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, someone might think that I just, I don't know. Uh,
No, I think there's like a lot of people that could also like unfortunately like relate to that in a sort of sense. So I don't think you're alone in that.
Oh,
Like, even though I can't sort of like relate to that because I don't think I have that, then but that doesn't mean that someone else could.
yeah,
So
I suppose like
yeah.
someone probably could have it even worse, and they can't even get up.
No, no,
But,
don't start
oh,
comparing.
oh, okay.
How
It's
dare
odd.
you compare your problems to other people? Yours is just as valid. I don't know.
It's valid, freak show. It's valid.
Valid.
It's very, but everyone has valid feelings. It's like
Mhm.
it's really hard to like put it into words because you don't. In this day and age, it's like really hard to not make people upset. And
Mhm.
it's like that's the problem is that you kind of if you even look in the comment sections of like posts sometimes it makes you so paranoid sometimes because it's like
Uh,
people actually believe that like they would be okay with like killing me. you
oh,
know
wow, that escalated quickly.
escalate very quickly. But it's like you see that and it's like you jump to conclusions a lot too. That's another thing. You jump to conclusions half the time because
Mhm.
it's so hard to not think
Mhm.
that someone's out to get you.
Mhm.
But yeah, we definitely can move on with like the art stuff because like I don't think the world needs to know. My mom is going to see this, so sorry, Bob.
Wait, really?
But yeah,
Pause,
she
really?
really wants to know, and this is the only way I can ask her to get involved. Don't cancel me though.
Okay, Freak Show's mom, do you hear all of this? You please
Please.
help her because I don't know.
Oh, she's trying. She's trying. She just doesn't get it. I understand that though. I don't really understand it either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, problems are just like hard to understand in general because like I said when we were planning like this whole thing out, like Emblem has the good old therapy at 12. So, but it was a oh wow, I didn't think I was gonna be talking about my therapy journey, but here we are.
Here we are.
It's a pretty it was like a pretty confusing process because like it was kind of difficult at first because like my family has this sort of stigma of
Against
therapy and
mental
like
health.
mental health,
Yeah.
like every
A
other
lot of
family.
families do, sadly.
Um, yeah, so they were trying to like process the fact that like I did mental health counselor meetings behind their back without
Oh,
permission. At
gotta get better,
first,
man.
yeah,
Gotta do that.
and because I didn't really want to like tell them that at first because I was like uncomfortable. Like I don't have any. I think everyone should like at least try therapy. So like at least for the experience, if you don't like it, at least you tried. So
Yeah.
I was like, I with that mindset, like I wanted to like, hey, I should like try therapy. I guess there's like a few things that constantly, I guess, sort of bother me, even though I don't know if I'm diagnosed with anything. So like, I was gonna try it. Cool, why not? And then, and then, uh, what the mental health counselor's like job is supposed to do is to refer everyone to therapy to eventually leave the mental health counselor, and so it becomes a
Yeah.
cycle. So I felt like I was just part of that cycle, but like I guess actual therapy, here we go. And it was a bit like my mom's a lot more understanding about it now, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But like then it was like kind of hard to process that like, hey, there could be something quote unquote wrong with my daughter, I guess. But like
Yeah.
nothing is wrong with me. I just am human and want to talk to a licensed professional sometimes.
Yeah.
but but that's one way to say
Yeah.
but
It goes
yeah.
deeper that, it's like you gotta
Mhm.
find out, even if you don't have a therapist, you gotta try online stuff. Like I said, it goes pretty deep. It's like
Mhm.
you don't really know. Like it's like the paranoia around what people can do to you, and it's like if they can like catch up and like not I don't know, like if they can like take the thing that I said and use it and make it so I can't get a job in the future. That's what my fear was in middle
Uh,
school. It was always the fear that someone
uh,
was gonna take away my opportunities for life. I'd end up under, living in the woods or something. Still one of them, but the woods thing.
Living in the woods seems like a cool idea. But
Living in the woods wouldn't be so
but-
bad, to be honest.
yeah.
I just wouldn't survive. That's
But
the
this is
problem.
oh wait, but besides the point, I guess like you gotta build up the confidence to give yourself opportunities, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
We'll
yeah.
go into the food stuff. Don't worry. In the end, it always comes
Mhm.
to a certain fate. But yeah, I can't believe we just got back on the. This is the thing. Like my brain backtracks so much that's like, huh? Yeah. Now we're going to talk about the same thing we did like 5 weeks ago. If you know me and you like look at my Instagram stories, you'll see that I repeat myself so much. What is wrong with you? You just talked about that last week. Yeah. I forgot though. Let me say it again, please. Oh, is so bad. Memory span.
Oh man. I tend to get for me backtracking, I tend to hang on to like conversation tidbits and then like go back to those. That's what backtracking for me is, because I can't let go of things I want to have said. But sometimes you just gotta learn to move on. No one cares.
Speaking of which, I think that's probably what we've got to do, because that's what we've been doing this entire time, just backtracking on each other. And remember that thing we talked about like 2 minutes ago? Yeah, let's do that again. Let's bring that up.
Back to Instagram.
Back to Instagram.
It kind of I'm doing exactly what I did. But like, you know, I'm kind of like sad in a way that I'm no longer as attached to Instagram as I used to be, which should be a good thing. Yeah, you're like not as attached to a freaking social media platform, but instead I just got hooked up on another one called Discord.
The addiction only thrives off addiction.
Wow, that's a cool. Hey, thinking like me.
Just on the Instagram for creators Lightbulb, that's my quote. Addiction thrives off addiction.
Out of context, that's gonna end up being a very, very bad.
Freakshow gets cancelled. And
oh my!
Emblem?
Oh, no.
Is that how you say your name? Emblem?
Yeah.
Emblem. Okay.
You just call me Emblem.
Freakshow gets cancelled and Emblem. Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going back. And Emblem has an addiction. Oh no. Oh no. I'm still addicted to Instagram, I think. So every time someone's like, the app might get deleted in the future, I'm like, no. I make it.
That was like a whole misconstrued thing, though, right? With like Instagram is removing photos. Like,
yeah,
no.
that was stupid. I was like, yeah, obviously they're not gonna, but like, you know, you still get a little bit inside because it's like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, I was scared at first, like why I was questioning why they do that, but then the more I questioned, and I saw like another post that like kind of confirmed like that no, that's not actually happening.
Yeah.
It's just people ripping off a headline and calling it a day and spreading that around because we can't bother to read anymore. Calling myself out, but like it's just like look a little more into it, and they're just they're promoting videos more, because everyone just thrives off short form content nowadays. That's why TikTok has just gone everywhere and just caused all social media platforms to
I don't like TikTok. No offense, but
no, none taken, but oh my god, I refuse to get TikTok because I get hooked on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and I'm like, if I get TikTok, I'm done for. I'm gonna spend hours on that thing.
But like the main thing people were worried about was like they're losing their insight on their posts, and I think that's a little bit upsetting. That a lot of people really do thrive off like likes and comments are nice; those are nice, but like likes and share, and like I know it's nice to get recognition for what you do, but if you're not doing something because you like to do it, I'd honestly just tell you to stop doing it because some people are like, I have to do this. I have to make this art. I have to draw this. I have to make my series. And it's like, no one's making you do that. No one's telling you to do that. You have the complete power over quitting or not doing things you don't like, you know? It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a little bit upsetting when you see that.
Yeah. Don't do things for your audience. Do it because you want to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I
Yeah.
used to have, like, a few YouTube series, to be honest. I used to have a few. And, you
Oh,
know, I
really?
think I was so much happier once the first, like, my main series that I was planning on doing, when I stopped drawing it, I was like, "Wow, I'm happy." Like, happy for once. Like, it was so miserable drawing, like, each frame. Like, I'd sit down and I'd be like, "Ugh, I don't wanna do this. Why would I
Mhm.
wanna do this? It's not my passion anymore, you know?"
Mhm.
Getting old.
Yeah, and if you do like that over and over, you're gonna burn yourself out eventually, so that's
You're
not
gonna
a
burn yourself
surprise.
out. That's why I'm,
Yeah.
like, so much happier just, like, drawing art and posting it, like, once in a
Mhm.
full moon a blue moon. There's full moons all the time in
Yeah.
Freak Show.
Yeah. I think there are, like, some things I did for Instagram, but, like, at the same time, I want to do it because, back in February of 2020, Jesus, I did this whole thing with, like I called it TDW Moralities Project, and it makes me sound so pretentious. The TDW standing for the Dream Warrior, by the way.
Yeah.
Where like I was just posting one thing every day of like a character from my series, and like writing like a short vignette, I guess, about
Yeah,
like what they
like a
were
bio.
talking about. Yeah, like a bio. So that's something I wanted to do, but I also appreciate the feedback I got
Yeah.
from it with like comments and likes. One thing that like I will say that like Instagram has kind of like I guess coerced me to do it. I don't know if that's like the right word, where like and also for the sake of me like wanting to keep streaks up. Um
Oh,
and
yeah, I
being
get
organized in that matter is the art galleries. I don't know if anyone actually pays attention to those, but like on Instagram, I do this thing called like art galleries where I just post the sketches I've done in my sketchbook from the entire month. So it guarantees that I post at least once a month. So like, hey,
Yeah, I
hey,
see.
it's
Those are
kept up
really
my
good.
Instagram alive. I recently like removed a lot from my Instagram because it has spoilers from my series, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I think people are like guessing theories based on what I post on Instagram, but like none of y'all can come back to it now because I archived all the spoilers. So ha! But
Took a
like I was starting to get freaked out because like I can't have blatant spoilers on my Instagram. And now I have to be really careful with what I post on Instagram. Because like, what if they're gonna decode this and they're gonna blah, blah, blah.
I
I
need to
can't
know
be
the
the
lore.
spoiler person I once was. I really can't, and that part of me like thinks that sucks. But then I guess it's like thrilling in the other way because like now I legitimately have to be careful with my information because I'm actually making this gosh darn series. Who would have
Yeah,
known?
I think hardest part as a creator is, like, not spoiling everything that happens in your story. Like, I can't tell
Yeah.
them that, you know, X and X happens, because otherwise they're gonna know. Oh, I've spoiled so much my
Yeah.
story. I had to, like, erase everything and start over because I kept spoiling it, and I realized looking back, and I was like, "Okay, I gotta get rid of that." Oh, no.
Wait, wait, if you're spoiling stuff, that means you want to make it someday, right?
Perhaps. Oh,
Perhaps. Ooh,
perhaps.
we have another creator in our midst.
Ooh,
Actually,
honestly,
ooh,
yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, I've been planning to become a comic artist sometime in the future because that would be kind of epic.
Ooh, yeah. Your art is like unique anyway, so like it'd stand out if it were to become part of a comic,
Yeah,
like in
like,
webtoon.
ooh, webtoons. I don't know. Like, I always thought about setting up my own site in the end, but I remember like someone.
Ooh.
I don't know when that was, but like I think maybe no, maybe the year before that. I was like in 10th grade, but like my someone told me that my style looked like Tim Burton. I don't know if I should have taken that as a compliment.
All right, segues. I'm good at this. Story ideas and your OCs. Just because I'm no longer really active on Instagram anymore doesn't mean I see the little like tidbits, and I'm just like so intrigued with your OCs and like their progression of them. And now Tilrook has like thick hips, and I think that is amazing. Um,
Finally developed the hips we were all asking for.
yeah. Like, where do you want to start on that? Like, you have a lot.
Shoot. Well, one thing I always, it's kind of a common thing in the art world. It's like to tell people you have to draw all the time. I always carry sketchbooks with me, and I'm always drawing out like new things to like see if I can get an idea out of it. So like you just got to keep looking at it and seeing and saying, is that something I need to improve on? Things obviously like you have to study from life. That's another thing a lot of like people don't do is that they're scared to trace, they're scared to reference. Like obviously tracing is bad, but like trace to learn, that's what you're doing. You're tracing the objects and you're learning whether or not you can do that in your own art. How you can put it into your own art through tracing. But don't upload it. It's just look at it and try to figure out what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
But it's like you have to study from life. That's the thing. A lot of even cartoonists, especially, they don't like referencing a lot either. In which I'd understand because like sometimes I like to just go through, use my brain, and try to remember what a person looks like. Do they have one eyes or two? You know.
Yeah, I learned the hard way that like references are your best friend. Actually, like you don't have to even like I guess there's a misconception about references. Like you don't have to copy exactly what the reference is. You can like interpret it to your own style, and you can like adjust it to make it like fit, or take pictures of yourself for all we care.
Exactly. I always like that's the one fun part about animating is that you can actually record yourself talking and stuff, and it like helps you animate, and it's like really fun to act. Like it's really fun to act, even though I'm not very good at it. But just it's like kind of fun.
I always found it weird for myself though, because I always get red at like the slightest thing. So like I'll totally like start getting embarrassed and see if people are like watching me or something through the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very fun.
Like the anxiety of it, just like, could they see me? It's like really fun to do all that voice acting for yourself. Like it's kind of like self-indulgent, pompous enough to do this.
Do you think did you ever think of going into the voice acting world? Because we got a good amount of questions on voice acting, but I don't know what voice acting.
I saw that. I was like, wait. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Wait. So yeah, I actually had a few times that I've gotten on like series. I don't remember their names. I have no memory. But like I've gotten into series and I played like kid characters because I was able to impression a child, which was kind of embarrassing in retrospect. But
like now, like do you still do that now, or like when you were a bit younger?
When I was a bit younger, but honestly, if someone wants me to ever voice act, I'd probably be up for it. I mean, I still voice act for my friend, Wandering Onion. Yeah, she made this story, and it's I voice act for her character Valor in her story Tainted. That's her story.
Tainted. I think I saw this on Instagram. I watched the trailer. I'm like, hell yeah.
And I voice act Valor. And
oh my god.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's gonna be a series. I don't really know what's going on because some things, But I voice acted in the past, and it's because I could do I can like change my voice because I got a little bit jealous of the people who could do like impressions, and I tried to. I was a little bit of a wannabe in that session. Like you're just, it's like really cool to see those. So you're always trying out new things. You gotta try new things with voices, or else nothing to take you seriously.
Yeah, it's not just all about impressions, though. It's actually about like acting. But I bet you're a good actor, so I don't hold any doubts to that. Well,
You just gotta,
well, as long as you like it, then you'll improve naturally, just like you said with your
yeah,
art and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, if you don't like something, you're probably not gonna. You can improve, but you're probably not gonna like it. You're not gonna improve the way you like.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. uh,
Just yeah, I guess we could like just ramble about like your OCs like while before we get started into questions because you're right, it's almost been like an hour. But
I'm so
who's your
sorry.
fave? Oh no, I like they usually go up to an hour to 2 hours, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Fave. I've always liked Liam. That's all I have to say is that Liam has been one of my favorites. He was the first one in like my demon story ever. First design wasn't that great, but he's like my baby. But like
I just
don't
love
know.
it. Skulls.
Well, macabre. Your work is very macabre, freak show. And I answer yes. Because like it's always like it's kind of interesting what you base your things off. Like it's kind of the weirdest part to me is like how much you base your OCs off your life.
Oh yeah.
Because like there's a part where like Liam is alive, he's existing alive and like he's not dead yet because he's kind of a zombie and like I like calling him a zombie because it's what people can understand. But like he's like a zombie and like when he's alive he had a red sweatshirt. And when he dies, he like gets a black, a hoodie. And it's like, I based that off a friend, actually, originally. Like, the red sweatshirt. Like, my friend used to wear a red sweatshirt all the time, like one of them. And someday he just kind of, like, changed back to, like, or not change back, but he started wearing, like, a black one after a while. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring that into the actual story. So Liam's sweatshirt color is based off my friend's compulsive need to wear the same thing every day.
Oh, that's interesting. I like how you take from the subtleties of life.
Little subtleties. I people watch. It's true. You gotta
That's not weird.
You gotta people watch if you're gonna be a storyteller, because like you gotta know who your friends are, and you gotta take every trait that they have.
Yeah.
You're my friend now. You're my friend now. You can go away from this. And if you don't want to be my friend, then my characters will. And they're based off you. You can't get away from this. Oh
my gosh, I just imagine you like sitting on a throne surrounded with your OCs, like you can't take anything away from this.
It's even
I'm living
funnier.
the best life.
It's even funnier because sometimes I have like little imagination since like my character has a throne, so this is really bad. Oh no. That's literally it though.
What's your series with the demon macabre things are? What's it called?
The worst part is it doesn't have a name. That's the joke I have.
Oh,
I literally
no.
don't even have a name. I can't come up with one. I've been like looking up Greek names for love, and none of them sound right. The only one that sounded right doesn't sound right. So.
Eros.
Oh, so
Isn't
I'm just
like...
kind of the Eros.
I think that's like I thought that was like a form of love. There's like 7.
Yeah, that's like there's like 7
I might be
forms
very
of love,
wrong, but yeah, there's 7 forms of love based on Greek words.
Yeah, and like the worst part is like the only one that makes sense, which is like brotherly love for the actual story, is like philia, and you know how that kind of contracts. So did you be like, considering one of the main characters is dead, did you mean like necrophilia? Yes, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, Eros is like...
Oh no.
This is quite the intense type of love. Okay, never mind. Let me 7. Why did you just call it brotherhood or something?
The brotherhood is philia, and I don't want to name it philia. Maybe I should call
just call it.
Actually, maybe.
Yes, we figured out something.
Maybe. You gotta start thinking, because so far I've only called it like Demon Boy Story, and everyone, that's all my followers know it as. It's Demon Boy's story, right? The Demon Boys, even though there's like only like 4 girls, and that kind of makes me feel bad. Hey.
I mean, I love figuring out a series title like right here, right now. I guess Brotherhood is what comes to mind, but I can I guess it could be taken from like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I don't like it when people compare series, but like you could still call it Brotherhood.
I don't.
Or like
this Full Metal Alchemist like the meme. That's all I know. That's all I know anymore. I didn't know, but I know. I always feel bad because like I almost found a name for it, but like there was a stupid freaking movie that came out in 2019 that took the title.
Demon Slayer?
What?
Is it Demon Slayer or I don't know, I'm just thinking whatever has demons in it.
I'm more scared people are gonna compare me to like Has Been Hotel. Honestly, I'd rather be not saying that Viv C. Pop's work isn't good, but you know, the stigma around it kind of worries me.
I see. But, yeah. Would you say it's your like most developed story idea? Because like I totally see more of that than the comic that shall not be named. I'm kidding.
The comic that shall not be named. Oh, I'm just like asking if you're kind of wondering what it's about. Is that
Destiny? I mean, like to me, it seems like the Demon Boy story is more developed than Destiny.
Yeah,
well, no, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but it's like more developed in like, in my opinion, like character design and character personality. Like that's just my opinion, though. Destiny kind of fell flat on its face, in my opinion.
What was Destiny inspired by? Because it was like, it totally has the vibes of one of those. Wait, is this offensive?
Oh, no.
Totally has one of the vibes of like a YouTube cat animated series.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
sure
myself.
No, it's literally probably what it was. I probably based on cats. That's all I could draw at the time Destiny came out. And you know, everyone was doing cat series, so I was like, you know what, I could make a cat series. And yeah, that's literally what it was. But it's kind of like most of the story was kind of based off of interactions I had with people as a kid. I could probably always tell you like a story behind everything. Like every story I have has some sort of screwed up backstory. Like I had a friend and like we played this weird little thing, you know, like, you know, because you're a kid. And I kind of based it off like, you know, those little games you play as a kid. Just kind of that, yeah. It's kind of too difficult to explain at this point because it was so long ago. Yeah, but Destiny's kind of dead. And I don't know if I'll ever really make another comic. I don't really know at this point. That's kind of why I tried to like avoid it, is because like it's just nothing to really talk about. Because the old story, I kind of look back on it sometimes. I'm like, what was wrong with me? What did I do? What is this? Yeah.
I mean, looking at it from just like someone that didn't make it, I think it was pretty interesting. I'm gonna say.
That's all I can say is that it's interesting. Getting a different name after the ceremony sounds a little familiar. Perhaps Warrior Cats? Yeah. I'm sure it was.
I was just about to say. Warrior Cats rip off. Expose. Lol.
Just trying to make sure that nobody would take my idea, so I put in Warrior Cats. It's literally what it was. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. Oh. F. But yeah, my demon story is far more developed, like we were saying. It's like I spent 2 years, and over the past 2 years, I've been able to like gain a friendship with these people. You know, it's like you gain a friendship with them. Like I was saying, it's like you kind of gain a friendship with the characters that you actually develop. You know, it's like,
oh, I totally get that.
Yeah, because like you gotta do that that whole part. Because like you gotta love all your characters, or else you're not gonna actually like doing the story. You know how that is. It's like it's kind kind of like
yeah.
hanging around some like really toxic friends, like the characters you don't like, and you're like, yeah, well, I don't like you, so I'm gonna hang out with the people that I kind of actually like.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, like, and the characters that, like, well, this is gonna sound strange, but, like, the characters that you love to hate, like, also, like, that's really good too because,
yeah.
like, you still love them, just, I guess, in a more toxic positivity way. Woohoo! I don't know.
Yeah. Good. like like the yeah, like you have to love them even if they're bad, unless they're like
Mhm,
really, not good
mhm.
people. like you gotta like
Yeah.
you have to understand them in order to actually get into their little heads.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know how to explain where you get the inspiration for your stories. Like it's kind of hard to explain where inspiration comes from because like just one
Mhm.
day you draw your character like like little like when I was drawing Tilrek for the first day, I really wasn't expecting this. Like I remember the first day I was drawing him and I was just like, you know, this I think I drew Shay before I drew Tilrek actually, but I was like, you know what? This
Mhm.
guy, he's going to hate Shay. he's going to hate Shay so much that he's going to like mock him 24/7. And that's I don't even know where it comes from, you know? It's like where does that inspiration even come from, you know? Like, okay, I guess that happens now.
Yeah, dude, it just happens.
What
And there's
happened?
literally no other better explanation for it. You just think that, hey, what if I do this? And then, oh, find something, and then, wow, you have something. That was so smartly said. Um, I'm
You
so
have nothing.
intellectual.
Now you have something. uh like yeah, it's kind of freaky. But I think another thing that a lot of people would really I think this is something a lot of people don't really understand, but it's the bliss that kind of comes from like sharing the story with people you know in real life
Yeah.
and online. Because it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's so nice because like for years I started in 2015 like on the internet with like sparkle color splash and I had no idea where this was going. I honestly had no idea, and I didn't want anyone to see my art, like except
Uh,
the strangers online. I guess I'm not okay with my
yeah.
family seeing this, but the
Oh,
strangers online,
absolutely. I
that's
feel that.
okay. But like for the years, I used to spend so much time just not letting any of my family, any of my friends. I just didn't want them to see anything I made. And I
Mhm,
think that's kind of where the problem was that I wasn't able to really enjoy what I was doing because I was, you know, just too scared to let anyone
mhm,
know. So like I just most of the ideas that come about like you're not I don't know, it's like really hard to not share it, I guess. And it kind of sucks
mhm,
that I spend so much time thinking that people wouldn't like my ideas that I kind of just didn't let anyone see them. You're not
mhm.
allowed to see that.
Yeah. I hid my books so like, I wrote, a lot when I was younger, not saying they were good, they were terrible, but, like, I hid my writing away like they were drugs. I did not want anyone seeing this and anyone judging me for it, and then as I share things on the internet, it was, like, terrifying because, like, I guess part of you kind of forgets that, like, you can, like, um, people can see this. That's why I'm also really scared, like, on Instagram, I guess another reason why I have been, I guess, less involved is because, um, I don't find joy in the idea that my friends, like,
Yeah.
on Ins my well, real life people that I know from school will look at this and be like, "What the heck is she doing with this furry shit?" Um, and, like, with family, it's just, like it's just gonna be the fear is gonna be, like, prominent forever, but you have to I guess you have to find a way to learn how to open up someday and
Yeah.
just but open up in the community that you're most comfortable in, your niche people.
Yeah. Oh, hey, referring back. With the credits.
Dun, 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 okay. Um,
you just gotta put your art out there. You have to let other people see it, honestly. Like,
Mhm.
even if it's really hard, you just gotta, man. And,
Yeah.
it's like, if you don't it's hard it's really hard to say this, but, like, you have to pretend these people are real, and you have to pretend like it's like you're meeting them with your family, you know? You gotta, like, bring
Oh
your
my.
little characters to them, like, them standing beside you, and your family's just like, uh
Okay. Um, Question number 1 from Garden Salad. What movies or books or shows, etc., inspired you as a child, and how have they impacted your art today?
I was, like, looking at that question, and I was like, "Nice." So, basically, when I was a kid, my mom used to, like, subject me to a lot of, like, comics, a lot of, like, Calvin and Hobbes, Charlie Brown,
Mm.
stuff like that. I used to actually collect the Sunday newspaper because 'cause I'm, like, a hoarder. And I used to, like, read tons of different, like, comics as a kid. And as I got older, I got more into, like, reading actual books, and I, like, still read a lot of Neil Gaiman, and I read a lot of, like or I
Ooh.
actually have, like, I just have, like, a lot of those really weird books that make people, like, question their sanity, I guess, but I have, like, Lord of the Flies. I have the Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, and I also take a lot of, like, inspiration, a lot of, like, macabre artists online, and, like, I think what kind of brought me to that is because I read, like, all the scary stories to tell in the dark when I was a kid. The ones illustrated by, like, Stephen Gaimel, I think that's how you say his name.
I
Those.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and, like, obviously it's those because the new ones kinda I don't wanna say, like, anything against the artist, but I don't like them. I like Stephen
No.
Gamel's drawings. It's, like, really
Mhm.
macabre. I really like them, and
Mhm.
obviously, my family kind of resents me for my macabre. I have an entire desk just for a
Mhm.
lot of, like, my bones, my little skull sculptures, my gargoyles, and people are like, "Huh, so you're goth?" Yes, it's like this goth subculture. I also really like the movie Nine growing up, and Coraline. Coraline was good.
Mhm. Ooh,
I
yeah, I could totally see you from that.
Yeah, I took a lot of Neil Gaiman stuff.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite writers.
Yeah, I
Like him.
remember, like, I was looking for book recommendations on Instagram because, like, I realized I didn't read as, like, much variety, and then one of the books you suggested was, like, I think Coraline or, like, something
Yeah.
from, like, uh, what's his name again?
Uh,
Neil Gaiman, there we go.
Neil Gaiman. Yeah.
Um, and I was like, "Yeah, I have it downloaded from, like, into" I didn't buy the book, I bought it off Z no, I bought it. I downloaded it from Z Library, and I was like, "Hey, I could read this," and then never read it because
Never
I
read
suck at
it.
giving myself motivation to read, although I want to be an author, but that's a story for another day.
No, it's really funny. I read Coraline in a day, so that's
Oh
just
my.
yeah. I couldn't stop, and it was really weird. I think it's because I read the story or I watched the movie, so I was able to get it done faster. Oh, oh, that's so sad. It's just like for me, because I'd say sad for me. But anyways, yeah, kind of weird
Um,
that it showed up. But I guess Coraline is really popular, so I wouldn't be surprised.
mhm. Um, Question number 2 from Child of Destiny. What tips would you give for those who desire to become a voice actor and or struggling VAs? How much
Actually,
do you
yeah,
voice act?
yeah. Since I actually voice act, one thing I'd really like to tell a lot of people to actually try to do a lot of impressions, even if you're not good at them. Like, try out
Mhm.
different voices, learn the different areas in your throat that causes like different sounds. Your nose causes more stuffy sounds, like for I guess nerds, if you really want to say that. And like if you want to lower your voice, you just have to like go really deep into like your chest cavity. I can't believe I'm like
Mhm.
actually doing this. And then like you know, little little demon voices here and there. You just gotta like try out different areas in your mouth. I don't like saying that. I just want you to know I don't like saying that. Like I was saying, like, yeah, just try out different areas and do impressions. Look up impressions. Those are really fun to do. Is like try and become Kermit the Frog. A lot of people like doing Kermit the Frog and like Elmo.
I
But like
can't
always
impress them
try to
for the
like
life of me.
yeah, it's kind of hard like when you're not. I keep touching this. But yeah, just like try different impressions, try different areas in your mouth. Oh my god. I don't know why it sounds so weird, but you just gotta try to change up like the areas that you're like some people it's kind of it's just kind of that. Just kind of gotta try new things. Kind of like drawing, just try new things.
Question number 3 from Blizz. Would we see any influences from your hobbies if you have any?
Probably not. I don't really have that many hobbies besides drawing. I mean, I've worked with clay and like done needle felting, but I don't really do anything else.
Ooh, I never. Wait, what's
Needle felting?
Yeah, I don't really.
Oh.
Yeah, I never really heard that. I think.
Oh, it's like really fun. Like it's like the easiest way to like hold on, my brain's like backtracking. It's like it's kind of like sewing in my opinion. You just like stab a piece of like wool. It's basically wool, and you stab it in a shape, and then like you can like make it into anything. I haven't done it in a really long time though, but it's still fun to do. I'd sew, but I can't sew because I have the shakiest hands. I have a lot of problems. Not sure if you knew.
Yeah, I think I know what that is. I just didn't know that name for it.
Yeah. You should try it. It's really good. It's really people who have like anxiety and stuff, I heard.
Maybe if I just can get out of my seat for once and actually go someplace, not be a hermit.
I'm a hermit too. I haven't left my house in forever.
Oh my. Question number 4 from RoboFox. When did you get into voice acting? How much did you struggle at first? I'm so glad you do voice acting because this question would have
because otherwise I wouldn't have anything. Okay. Well, I got into voice acting when I was like probably a few years after I started drawing on YouTube. I think the struggle I had the most was obviously not having like, but now I guess are nice with their audio, so I win at that. But it's like the main struggle that you have is like actually finding like the voice calls, you know, stuff like that, and voice calls. Yeah, you know, the casting call. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of discouraging, obviously, when you sometimes don't get the role that you really thought, but like, who am I to say that, you know? It's like, it's just a little discouraging, but that's fine, because that's why you try more, because there's no point in giving up. Just because you didn't get what you wanted. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
How much did it like take for you to find your footing, I guess I could say?
Footing, like in the voice acting world?
Like what was your what was like your first role?
Here we go. Using Freakshow's memory again.
Oh.
Freakshow doesn't have very good memory. It's okay. I think probably the first role I ever had was in that one that I like played like a little kid. The little baby kid. And first time I ever actually got a role. But like I haven't gotten the role in a really long time because I don't really go to casting calls anymore. I expect you to come to me if you want anything.
I'll keep that in mind.
You have to crawl to me. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much how it took a while, but you know, I don't really mind it because I think I have a pretty standard voice anyway. So.
Yeah, what is like a definition of a standard voice? Like everyone just kind of has that like.
I just have a standard voice. That's all.
Voice in your head.
Yeah, no, I really wish I sounded like the way I did in my head because, like, in my head I have a really low voice, but on camera I sound like this, like kind of annoying in my opinion. Can't even.
For me, I think it's like the same thing too. Like when I go really low, I think that I can nail it off, and then I hear it, and I'm just like, ugh, but I try. I got used to my voice on to a microphone. Like right now, like I'm kind of used to hearing myself because I think I'm just numb to it.
I'm so
Doesn't
numb.
faze me anymore.
I've grown numb to it. But like, yeah, like I sometimes think that I sound like really low, but then like I hear it and it's like, oh wait, no, I don't. What am I talking about? I don't know anything. Yeah, but yeah, basically that's it. That's all I have for that one.
All right. Okay. Question number 5 from Savage Kiku. How many story ideas you got? And this is coming from the person, by the way, that has too many to count. I think that's important information, Kiku. Anyway, beside the
Um,
point.
well, this is kind of embarrassing because I don't even know. I don't think anyone knows really, but like, I basically make a story like every other month, pretty much. It's like
Wow.
it's like basic. You know you got to keep creating like Thorium right now. That's like even though it's like not actually a story at this point, it's like they still have a backstory. You know,
Mhm.
Thorium is just technically my mascot at this point, but they're a radioactive mutant that walks around and people. You know, it's just kind of
Wait, is
it's
that your
just what they
profile
do.
pic?
You know. My profile pic is me.
Oh, okay. I was just
Thorium is
like,
like,
are you
oh,
talking about?
my name is now Thorium. Thorium is like the little, I almost said avocado, armadillo. Like
Oh, let me see if I
the
can
little
look
purple
back.
armadillo.
Question number 6 from Randy. What's the inspiration behind your username, and is your art sort of reminiscent of it?
All right, so this is. I think I'm gonna like tell the story between both Freak Show and Sparkle Color Splash because Freak Show might probably be the name I use for the rest of time. But like Sparkle Color Splash was just a dumb name I came up when I was like in 2015. I've kept the name because I want anyone who knew me on YouTube to just be able to find me. But in the end, I'm probably going to get rid of this account. Well, not get rid of, but you know, I'm going to. Basically, I started like calling myself Sparkle Color Splash in like 2015 because I was like a child. And I guess I just kind of kept the name for this long because I just want to make sure that people can like find me from YouTube because I used to be pretty much a micro celebrity on YouTube. No, I wasn't. But just in case any old mutuals remember me, but they probably don't. And I actually came up with the name. Well, I didn't come up with the name Freak Show. This part's going to be a little bit weird, but I have a imaginary character that I talk to sometimes. I know, but I talk to them, and you know, his name's Daunter, and originally I started getting called Freak Show because he told me that I made such a social embarrassment of him. I was just like a freak show. So he started calling me
So you
Freak
turned it around.
Show. He
Oh,
wasn't playing around.
well, you did.
And yeah, so I basically started calling myself Freak Show to kind of embrace that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, I remember in your Instagram stories and like Instagram stuff, you talked about the dancer a bit, and it definitely like vibes off of a character that I have called The Voice. I mean, like, it's I don't care, whatever. It doesn't really it doesn't act as an imaginary friend, but it's supposed to be the representation of dark thoughts. Woo. And if it
imaginary
like
fiend. That's what I call him, imaginary fiend.
and if you like touch if it touches a person, it can like open up a gateway to like their darkest secrets and
Oh,
flaws, and then now the voice exploits them. So fun.
yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty much him, yeah.
Oh, oh.
We met in a
Yeah.
bathroom. I hope everyone knows this. I met in the school bathroom. My worst enemy. That is the funniest story I ever tell. Nobody likes it though. Yeah, I could have been. Yeah, but that was weird. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's why I have the name Freak Show. It's just kind of because I'm in social embarrassment, and that's what he called me. But we embrace the flaw. We embrace it now.
I mean, yeah, I think that's good.
Daunter's a loser. We hate him.
Yes, Daunter is a loser.
A loser. Freak Show definitely kind of works with my art, but sparkle colors. It's just kind of I guess it's kind of like a little flag to show people where I am, I guess. That's all I use the old username for.
Yeah, unfortunately, her art's not really full of glitter. I know.
It really
isn't. Disappointing.
Full of macabre and freaky eyes and hands.
Hands. The true devil.
This is scary.
Okay, question number 7, also from Randy. What are your plans for the future art-wise? Do you think you'll go into something else, stay with drawing, anything else?
Yeah, I've kind of been stuck on that. For some point, I've been thinking about, like, putting together a portfolio this year to, like, maybe get into an art school, but at the same time, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life, and that's kind of all the more reason to kind of go into art. But I've always wanted to make a comic, so even if I don't go into art, I might just do it as, like, a side hobby.
Yeah, and even though if art is not like your main thing that gets you profit, you could always make it a passion, and you can open up. Do you open up commissions?
I probably could, but I gotta wait until I'm like 18 for whatever. It's like I could open up commissions. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I feel like you can try to find a way. I mean, if you open up like a PayPal, for instance, under like adult supervision or something.
Yeah,
and you have a debit card, right?
I have a debit card. Yeah. Well, I'm almost 18.
Your debit card is linked to obviously to a bank account, which should give you, and your bank account should have a routing number, and that routing number allows people to insert money into that bank account. So, I mean, I guess you can find a way. I've been trying to open up commissions, but I honestly don't think I'm that good enough for it, and I'm just busy.
Honestly, like, I still feel the same. Like, I just don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with my art. I mean, if I do it every day, it's kind of like a point in the matter that maybe I should probably study it. But I don't know. Future holds many questions.
Yeah, and you don't even have to go to art school to, like, be so good at art.
Thank you.
Yeah, art school's not the mastery, and you're good at art anyway, so, like...
Just going to become
your decision, your life.
Michelangelo. I don't know what Michelangelo drew, to be honest.
Some church paintings. I don't know. I don't know either. Okay, so we're like, wow, we're almost 2 hours. Wow.
Whoops.
Whoop-de-doo. Well, I have one more question left to ask you before we go and we yeet off.
Alright.
You're ready.
One more question.
Yeah. I asked this to every guest on here, and this is the question. What advice would you give to aspiring YouTube creators or just creators in general?
I give the advice to just enjoy what you're doing. Because if you're going to be doing something and you don't even, like... if you are doing something and you don't even, feel inspired by it anymore, then there's no point in actually doing it. Just do what you like to make. Make stuff that you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really... that's really all I can say. Just...
Sorry. Search into the corners of your brain. I'm kidding. I don't know if you heard that. I just completely mumbled that out. But yeah. Well, Freakshow, it was nice having you here.
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoyed this conversation. I also didn't even expect it to be that long.
Neither.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for being open, and I get to learn more about your brain, which is always fun.
The inside of the little psych.
All right. Let's do this outro, shall we? Yes, I have an outro.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Critters Lightbulb, hosted by Emblem and today's guest, Freakshow. It was such an honor to spend this time with you. Like I said, I enjoyed our time together. It was a long conversation. Oh god. I hope you also enjoyed our discussions, listener, and found yourself inspired. If you did, please stay alert for the next episode by following Creators Lightbulb on literally wherever you listen to podcasts. My Discord tag is GGSilverEmblem, #8226. My Instagram is @emblem_productions, and my YouTube is GGSilverEmblem. You're probably gonna change your socials after this, are you?
Probably not too soon.
Well, plug your socials. Promotion. So reasonably plug your Instagram.
Oh, wait. It's
plug your socials.
Okay. It is just Instagram, but it's sparkle_color splash. That's all.
Okay. Sorry, that came out was way too. I love being aggressively nice. Well,
it's kind of funny because like my current name like reflects how I was as a kid.
oh my!
It's just like the polar opposite. All right.
Oh my! Oh my! Everybody, I think that's it. Well, I hope you have a good day, and remember to stay bright. Now we're done.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This is such a mess.
No.